Hi, I'm Robyn Capobianco. Welcome to 3 Steps to Low Back Health. Congratulations for taking the first step to a healthier and happier you. Welcome to 3 Steps to Low Back Health. In our third and final session in this series, we'll focus on stretching and strengthening the musculature around the low back and pelvis to help strengthen the area and prevent future flare-ups. This third video is the most difficult of the series, so if you find any of the exercises to be painful or too difficult, just revert back to number 2 or number 1. For today, you'll need a strap and a block. And if you don't have a block, I highly recommend that you pick one up either online or at most of your local retailers. So we'll start with our hip stretching like we did in video number 1 and number 2. So you come down onto your back. Only this time, if you want to up level it, you'll take your block and place it on the lowest level underneath your hips. Now, if your doctor has said that you have any type of pathology in your low back that starts with a spondy, like spondylolisthesis or spondylosis, or even spinal stenosis, then no block for you, all right? So we'll start by pulling your right knee in towards your chest and lengthening your left leg down. This helps to stretch out the hip flexors. Pulling your right knee in, take your hands underneath your right thigh, but all of the focus is really on your left leg. So you're trying to get as much extension through your hip as possible and try to draw the back of your left thigh down towards the ground. It's not gonna reach down there, but that's the action that I want you to engage. So either keep your knee bent or you can start to straighten your leg, whatever feels best for you. And then try to draw the outer edge of your right hip down so that your hip isn't hiking up. Instead, you're trying to keep them level. And then turn your right toes to the right. Place your left hand on your left hip and draw your leg out to the right. So you can loop your strap around the ball of your foot or just take your hand to support your thigh. Keep pressing the left thigh down, again, to open up through the inner hips. And then inhale your leg up into center. Draw your leg across your body, drawing the outer edge of your right hip down. And then come all the way back up into center. Release your legs. Move the block out of the way. Then roll over onto your left side. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. So block out to the side or take your block underneath your knee. And then draw your right shoulder down, right arm out to the side. And then again, finding length through the right side of your body. So right side of the low back. And then release, come into center. So I love to start almost all of my yoga classes, all of my exercises with this great hip stretch, because it really starts to loosen up the low back and the hips and prepares you for all the other things that you'll be doing either through your day or in whatever type of exercise program that you're doing. It's great to do this in the morning. When you wake up, you can see how easy this is to do in bed. Start to straighten your legs. You can circle your ankle. Then turn your left toes to the left, open your leg to the side. And starting to open up through the muscles on the inner thighs, the adductors, while still working on opening up the hip flexors. And then inhale, bring the leg into center and then draw it across, keeping your left hip down and then roll it down so it doesn't hike up. And getting the outer edge of the hip. And then inhale up, bend your knee. And then roll over onto your right side. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, release it down onto your block, and open your left shoulder up, drawing the outer edge of your left hip down. release, come back into center. And roll over, pressing yourself up into a tabletop position. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna start to up level our bird dog. So our quadruped position. Lift your right arm up, left leg extends back, lift your left leg back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, and switch sides. So trying to maintain our core stability as we move our arms and our legs away from the core. And release down. And again, onto the right side, right arm out, left leg out. And release down, and switch. So make sure that you're still integrating all the principles from the second part of this video series. So you're keeping your corset on. Now we're gonna start to challenge the core a little bit. So from here, take your right elbow to your left knee and extend it out. Exhale to pull it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale to lengthen. And release it down. So we start by integrating, again, this core stability, and then we challenge our stability and moving our spine into flexion and then back into neutral by drawing the opposite elbow and knee in together. Exhale to pull it in, inhale to straighten it out, and last time, exhale in, inhale back out, and release it down. So now we're gonna come into our forearm plank, only we are going to up level it from session number 2. So elbows underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the ground and puff your upper back up. So drawing your shoulder blades away from each other and then start to move your gaze forward in between your hands to level it out. Make sure that your low belly isn't sinking down. If you need to, just drop your knees down. Otherwise, keep them lifted. We'll hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Release all the way down. And turn your head to one side. And full deep breath into your belly. Feeling your low belly expand, your low back expand. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. And then come back into center. And we'll repeat our plank. So once again, elbows underneath your shoulders, hands down, tuck your toes under, lift your legs. Walk your toes in just a little bit and look at your belly. So a lot of times we have a hard time getting this action of pushing the floor away with your forearms. So if you look back at your low belly, your upper back is naturally going to round. Keep this action and then start to move your gaze forward, and you can see how that levels out my upper back. Now make sure you keep your corset on, so if your kid is gonna come and try to push you over, right, you're not gonna collapse. So over last 3, 2, and 1. Release down. This time release your opposite cheek to the mat. And deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. All right, last time. Elbows underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Take a peek at your belly button and then send your gaze forward. So if you wanted to up level this, then you could lift one leg or lift the other if you're feeling super strong. Otherwise, holding here for last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down to your knees. Take your knees wide. Release your hips to your heels, forehead down to the ground, arms either out in front of you or out to the side. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. And if you draw your hands back forward and walk them back all the way up. So come down onto your belly. We're gonna start doing some strengthening exercises for the low back. So forehead down onto the mat and extend your legs out from your hips, reaching through your toes all the way back. Lift just your right leg up. Try to keep your low ribs down and your pubic bone and pelvis pressing down into the ground so that you're really engaging the muscles on the back side of the right leg and the low back muscles. And then release down, left side up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. And on right side again. Hold it up. So if this position is uncomfortable for your head, you can take a small pillow and put it underneath. But refrain from turning your head out to the side. Release your leg down. Left leg up. So you want to keep your neck in line so that you can engage the muscles of your back. And release it down. One more time each side. Right leg up. And down. Left leg up for 10. And release. Take a deep breath in through your nose and expand your belly into the mat, feeling your low back lift and release. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. So we're going to start to up level this, making it a little bit more intense. Lift your right leg and lift your left leg and then swim your legs. And keep kicking. Pubic bone is pressing down. Low ribs are staying in contact with the ground. You'll start to feel your low back and hips heat up for last 3, 2, and 1. Release your legs down. Deep breath in. Breathe into your belly. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, this time start by lifting your left leg, spread through your toes, then your right leg and start to swim and kicking. It doesn't have to be fast. It just needs to be controlled, making sure that you're keeping your core nice and tight and engaged. Staying full and deep with the breath while you do so. For last 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Deep breath in. And exhale. And again. So now we're going to start to incorporate the upper body. Bring your arms out like a cactus. And as you inhale, lift your arms and lift your chest. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Again, deep breath in. And exhale. We're going to go right into the next set. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. And again, breathe into your belly and exhale. And one more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Next, inhale, lift your arms, lift your chest. Now, as you start to get stronger and you want to challenge the system further, you can start to extend your arms out. This is going to increase the load on your spine, increase the amount of activity that your muscles need to produce to keep you lifted. So if it's too much, you just bring your arms back out to the side. Last 3, 2, 1, and release it down. And again, deep breath in. So remember, the breathing here into our belly helps to release the low back. And so make sure as you breathe, you start to feel the low back expanding, sides expanding, and exhale down. Okay, extend your arms out in front of you. And as you inhale, you'll lift your right arm and your left leg. So here we go. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Press your left hand down and try to pull your left hand back. So you can see that helps me lift up a little bit higher. Try to reach your right fingertips forward, your left foot back. For last 3, 2, 1. Release it down. And then switch sides. Left hand, right leg. Here we go. Lift it up. Press your right hand down. Try to pull it back. Breathe. It's easy to forget to breathe. And release it down. All right, deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Here we go. Right side again. Right hand, left leg. Lift it up. Press your left hand down. You can even start to slide your left hand back and push down to lift you a little bit higher up. Spread through your fingers, spread through your toes. And release. And switch sides. Left hand, right leg. Here we go. Take your right hand back a little bit, push down, extend through your left fingers, right toes, and release down. Again, big, full, deep breath, front to back, side to side, and exhale. All right, third and final set. Make this the best one. Try to engage all the muscles of your back, of your arms, of your legs, and keep breathing. Here we go. Right hand, left leg. Inhale it up. Press your left hand down. Spread through your fingers, spread through your toes. And release. All right, left side, left hand, right leg. Here we go. Keep reaching, keep expanding. Press your right hand down. And release. Nice job. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up and back, coming into a child's pose. Again, if you don't like child's pose, then just breathe into your belly. It's not necessary, but it feels really good for me, so I'm gonna do this. And start to walk your fingertips forward to find a little bit more length through your low back. Nice, full, deep breaths. So the same breaths that you used when you were laying down onto your mat, only this time you have a little bit more space for your low belly to expand. And start to come forward onto your forearms. Scoot your knees back, and then take your left hand to your right wrist. If you're on your forearms, left hand to your right wrist. And then take your right hand out to the side. We're gonna come into a side forearm plank. So your options here are to release your knees down and come to a short lever plank, or press the outer edges of your feet down and lift your body up. Elbow is underneath your shoulder to support you, hand by your side. So we'll do 3 sets of 10. If you've done this video a couple times already and you wanna up level it, you can take your right arm up, you can lift your right leg up. Otherwise, if you're just starting, you'll hang out here for last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let go. Come onto your forearms. Back into forearm plank. This time take your right hand towards your left wrist and roll over onto your right side. Left hand to your hip. Again, if you want to up level it, or if you want to add a little bit more, you can start to do a little reach through, or you hold here for last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let go. Come onto your forearms. Come back to the first side. We're gonna go straight into the second set, working on building our strength. If it's too much, take a break in between. No big deal. I promise I won't be disappointed in you. And come down onto your forearms, switch sides. If you want to get wild with it, you can start to do a little movement here. Challenges your core stability. Come down. All right, last one. Here we go. Last 10, 9, 8, you can do it, don't give up. 7, 6, I'm a bad counter, keep going. What number are we on? 8, keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you got it. All right, last side. Here we go. Maybe get a little crazy with this one, a little leg flutters. Last 3, 2, 1, 0.75, 0.5. All right, and you're done. Come down into a child's pose or onto your belly. Forehead down onto your mat. Deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Okay, walk your hands back. Start to lift your chest up. And this is probably my favorite core strengthening exercise. My students love it. We always have a good time, so I hope that you'll have a good time with it too. It's called bear crawls. So to get us set for our bear crawls, we come into this, what we call a quadruped position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Just to start, lift your knees about 2 to 3 inches off the ground. And then release them down. Easy enough, right? Lift it up. And down. Okay, and last time, lift your knees up, push the floor away with your hands, and release it down. And back up just a little bit. So we're gonna take this same action, and we're gonna start to walk forward and walk back. So lift your knees, don't cheat, 2 to 3 inches off the ground. Step your right hand and left foot forward. Right hand, left foot. All right, left hand, right foot. So we're just alternating. Keep your knees 2 to 3 inches off the ground. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And again, switch. And switch. All right, here we go. And back. And back. And back. And back. And then release it down. Take a break. So remember, as you're doing these bear crawls, to keep your corset engaged. So imagine someone's gonna come and tickle you, or your kid is gonna come jump on your back. What do you need to do to keep your spine stable? All right, here we go. These are difficult, I know. All right, tuck your toes under, hover your knees, and then right hand, left foot. So all we're doing is alternating patterns. Left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Again, bring it forward. Try to keep your hips stable. And now we're gonna take it back. So right hand and left foot back, left hand, right foot back. All right, right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. And back, and back, and back. Release it down. Take a break, nice deep breath in. And exhale. So we like to do things in sets of 3, so we're gonna do one more set of bear crawls. I know you can do it. Here we go. Tuck your toes under. Right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. And forward, alternate, alternate, alternate. And I'll take it back. Here we go. You can do it. Keep going back, and back, and back, and release down. Nice job. I know, they're fun, but definitely challenging. All right, so for our final exercise, we're gonna work into a laying down leg lift progression. Come down onto your back. If you have a ponytail, just move it out of the way. And lift both legs all the way up. And again, if you have tighter feeling hamstrings, bend your knees. Bring your hands down by your side. So legs up or knees bent. I'm gonna start with legs up. And then you'll slowly start to release your right leg down. Nice and slow. Keep your feet engaged. Touch. And bring it all the way up, nice and slow. and then alternating. So it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So the quality of your movement is more important than how many times you do something. So I'd rather you do one set of bear crawls or one set of leg lifts than to do 10 sets, but to do them sloppy and without control. Okay, so as we're doing these alternating leg lifts, same thing, the low back is gonna stay in neutral. So if it helps you, take your hands to your low back and bring it up. So you don't want your low back pressing into the ground. So none of this. So notice as I start to push my low belly down into the ground, what happens to my pelvis? My pelvis starts to rock back. My pelvis is no longer in a neutral position. Alternately, if I let my ribs flare up and my low back arch a lot, my pelvis starts to rock forward. Neither one of those are healthy when you're trying to prevent future episodes of low back pain. You want to try to teach the pelvis to stay in neutral while the core is active through these leg lifts. So let's just do 2 more on each side. So hands down will help you stay more stable. And for the last one, if you are ready to up level this, then you'll release one leg down and the alternate arm. So right leg down, left arm, maybe it just hovers, and then come all the way up. So as you start to progress in strengthening your low back, you can take this option instead. Pull your knees in towards your chest, left knee into your left armpit, right knee in towards your right armpit. A little side to side. And release your legs all the way down. Lift your arms over your head. And then stretch your body long from fingertip to toe. Big breath in. And exhale. Release. One more time. Stretch long. And exhale. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Roll over onto your side. And use your hands to press yourself all the way up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel as great as I feel. The bear crawls always get me really energized. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments box so that we can address them. Otherwise, have a wonderful day and we'll see you again soon.